everyone, and welcome to Kangaroo Coffee plays Stardew Valley. I am Kangaroo Coffee, and Kangaroo Court is now in session. So today I was thinking about doing a little tutorial video and showing you guys a little bit about how Grandpa's evaluation works. See, Grandpa visits you at the end of year 2, and when he does, you can definitely get some benefit out of that. And I'm talking about the Statue of Perfection. That is your reward for making Grandpa proud of you and for doing a great job with this farm that he's left you. And the Statue of Perfection gives you Iridium. And Iridium is very useful. If you're watching this video, you're probably at the point in the game where Iridium becomes a big deal. So today we're going to learn a little bit about a great way to get Iridium from this purple statue right over here, guys. Alright, so we're going to get one of those, and it's going to be fantastic. You'll have more Iridium than you know what to do with in absolutely no time. So, you've probably noticed on your farm that there is this shrine over here in the northwest corner. And so this shrine has 4 candles on it. And the candles represent your score from Grandpa. So he will grade you on a score between 1 and 4. And so depending on how well you do, that determines how many candles you get lit up. And so this is Grandpa's shrine right here. So as you see here, I now have all 4 candles. And I will let you know how I did that. You need to get all 4 candles before you are awarded the Statue of Perfection and can start swimming in that sweet, sweet Iridium goodness that we all want. So, first of all, I will say that Grandpa's evaluation is not based on what I at first thought his evaluation was based on. I thought that it was, you know, how many farm buildings do you have, how many crops do you have growing, how many animals do you have, all that kind of stuff. But it turns out that's actually not really at all what Grandpa's looking for. So the things that Grandpa cares about are, for one thing, how much money have you earned on the farm? So you're awarded a certain number of points based on how much money you have earned. So I'll put those figures up on the screen right now, and you can see exactly how much you need to make in order to accumulate points. You know, for every about 100,000 gold that you earn, then you go up another level. So that's certainly a good thing. If you get 1,000,000 gold, then that gives you 7 cumulative points. 500,000 gold is 5 cumulative points. 300,000 gold is 4. And so you can just sort of see that it works that way. So anyway, try to earn as much money as you can, and that will take you a long way toward getting Grandpa's Shrine. Now, I should mention that you need 12 points to get a perfect score. To get the best score, all 4 candles lit up, you need 12 points. So you can get 7 from having 1,000,000 gold earned total. Right off the bat, that gives you over half of the points that you need to get all 4 candles lit. So if we check right here, you can see what your total earnings are. So you can just check right there, see how close you are to getting the 1,000,000, and so that will help you determine how many points that you'll get. Another way, or another factor in Grandpa's evaluation, is the levels of your skills. Alright guys, so you need to have your skills built up pretty good before Grandpa gets here. Basically the way it works is if you have at least a 30 in total skill level, then that gives you a point. And if you have 50 in skills, in other words all 5 skills maxed out at 10 levels each, then you get an additional point. So this would give you 2 points, and if you had 30, then that would give you 1 point. So if you have 30, it can be any combination, but as long as it adds up to 30, then that gives you a point. Another thing that can help you are achievements. So there are a few achievements that will actually earn you points with Grandpa during his evaluation. Now, in my opinion, these are kind of the harder, one of the harder ways to earn points, because a lot of these achievements are pretty hard to do in the first 2 years of the game, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's just something to think about, but I'll put those up on the screen right here. You can see them. It's a complete collection, master angler, and full shipment. each of those achievements will net you a point from Grandpa. Now, something else that earns you points with Grandpa are your friendships in town. So, if you have a friendship of at least 8 hearts with at least 5 villagers, then that earns you a point. If you have a friendship of at least 8 hearts with 10 villagers, that earns you another point. And then also, guys, a very important thing, having a good friendship, good relationship with your pet. That certainly goes a long way. If you have a 5 heart, all 5 hearts with your pet, I think that the pet only goes up to 5 hearts, then you will get a point for that. Okay, so now that's actually impossible to check. It's hard to tell how many points you have with your pet. Pretty much the only way you know that is you get a little notification down the corner here in the left corner one time saying that your pet loves you when you reach that max heart level with them. But as long as you've seen that, then you should be all good. You'll get a point for your relationship with your pet. And of course, your relationship with your pet can be built by putting water in their water bowl and petting them. And so those things right there will give you a good relationship with your dog or cat that lives with you on the farm. Alright, and then last few things that help with Grandpa's evaluation. If the community center is completed and you have done the completion ceremony, that is worth 3 points. Okay, so completing the community center and making sure that you've already attended the ceremony that reopens the community center. Once you've done all that, then you get 3 points. And then also the skull key and the rusty key. Those are worth a point each. If you obtain the skull key, that is found at the bottom of the mines. So if you reach level 120 in the mines, you can get the skull key, and that opens up the skull caverns in the desert. The rusty key is obtained by donating 60 items to the museum. So it's not museum completion, but it is close. You need to donate 60 items to the museum, and then you'll get the rusty key. So if you have both those keys, those are worth a point each. And so, anyway, guys, that is basically how you go about getting the evaluation, the perfect evaluation from Grandpa, and getting all 4 of those candles lit. Now, a couple things. Once you do get those candles lit, the way that you actually get the statue is you have to go and interact with the shrine. Okay, so it's not just gonna show up in your inventory. It's not just gonna show up on your farm. You actually have to go to the shrine, click on it, and interact with the shrine, and then you will receive the Statue of Perfection, which will give you between 2 and 8 Iridium ore every day. And that is super helpful. You'll get tons of Iridium. As you can see here, I have 866 Iridium ore. I got 8 today from the Statue of Perfection. So we're absolutely swimming in Iridium. So anyway, if you get an evaluation from Grandpa and he only gives you 1 through 3 candles, never fear. Do not lose hope, because all you need is a diamond, and then you can get Grandpa to evaluate you again. But be sure that before you do that, before you get a reevaluation from Grandpa, that you have made some improvements in your skill levels, in your friendship levels. You also, I think I forgot to mention, you actually do get points for being married with at least 2 house upgrades. And so the 3rd upgrade, which is the cellar, that's not necessary. That doesn't actually do any good for the evaluation. But if you're married and you have 2 house upgrades, then you get an additional point for that. So anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. I hope that you learned something today, and anyway, Kangaroo Court is adjourned. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.